You see, my gorgeous Cancer, the only thing that you really have to be careful about when it comes to the month of July 2023 is the fact that you are going to be working on something really, really important, something that means to you so much. In fact, what are you going to be working on? You will kind of feel subconsciously that this is going to bring a huge, major turning point into your life. You're going to feel this subconsciously. You're going to be guided to do something very specific from all around the place. And I mean spiritually, of course. And that in itself means that, you know, you are going to be so keen and eager to do something really, really specific, something really particular, something that you are feeling so passionate about, but you are not fully going to understand what an impact on your life this is actually going to bring. But the energy is going to be beautiful. The energy is going to be very motivating indeed. So, but what I need you to understand, pay attention to the stage and period in between the 17th and the 25th of July in particular. And I need you to pay attention to this stage and this period of time, because you are going to be going through something quite difficult, something quite negative. And that means that, you know, you are going to feel a little bit emotional. But the problem is that at that moment in time when you are going to be feeling a little bit emotional, because you are going to be thinking about some kind of problem, some kind of difficulty that you run into. But this is nothing to do with what you're going to be working on. For example, it's more to do with your life, your personal life, and that's with something really personal you're going to be dealing with. But at the same time, somebody is also going to be like really winding you up like there is no tomorrow, almost as if someone will kind of like try to want to work against you, for example, or someone is going to be like like this to you, like, and it's someone is really going to be winding you up, and you're not going to like this whatsoever. But what you need to understand is not to have a row, not to have an argument, because this is going to unnecessarily turn into something completely different. For some reason, this is like the part of the task that you are having, the part of the challenge that you are having. And I know you're going to think, oh my God, enough of the challenges. I know, I completely understand. But you must not allow yourself to have an argument or like this. You must not allow some kind of disagreement to go on the next level, because you're only going to slow yourself down. As I'm saying, this is just like a challenge at the moment, but at around the end of August, yes, I said August, at around the end of August, you will know exactly why this was so beneficial for you, in order to when you are like kind of ignoring successfully this argument, for example. That's all you need to do. And by you successfully ignoring this argument, you are not going to make an impulsive mistake. Otherwise, you're going to be working on something so important to you for yourself. But otherwise, you would make like a really this impulsive mistake. You would respond to something else that means to you so much in a different way, only because you will be like so wind up. So this is something that you really need to avoid. And when it comes to numerology, my gorgeous Cancerini, this is absolutely wonderful. When it comes to numerology, your number is 777. This is a really beautiful, but it also means so many different things. Not only this is your time of the year, my gorgeous Cancerini, this is the time when you're really powerful, when you're really strong. This is the time when you can achieve so much more. This is the time when you feel strength within in a completely different way. And the fact that these are your numbers, 777, this is absolutely mind-blowing, and it means that you are going to have such a beautiful experience. You are going to have such a beautiful experience at around the mid-month, at around the mid-July. You are going to have such a beautiful and gorgeous experience. This experience is going to open your eyes, and what you're going to realize about yourself, what you're going to realize about your life, oh my God, it's going to make the actual picture completely different. Something is going to open your your eyes at around the mid-month, you know, like never before. And this in itself means that, you know, it's almost as if you are going to have a whole new meaning, you know, to actual life. And this is at that moment in time is something it's also going to heal within. So it's not only about like having this beautiful, gorgeous experience which is going to open your eyes, but it's also the moment in time when something really bad, something really negative, something really heavy within, it's actually going to heal. So this is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. And also somebody very close to you, somebody really important to you, like your family member, your friend, are going to suggest something to you to do, which you're going to find completely ridiculous to start with. You're going to find this absolutely ludicrous to start with, and then as the time goes by, it's going to make more and more and more sense. This is to do with somebody really special in your life who is like really gonna try to warn you about something, you know, to start with, that you're gonna find so ridiculous and so, oh my god, and then later you're gonna see, oh my god, this was like, if you didn't know this, you know, things would really go kind of wrong for you. So this is also something that you need to kind of like pay attention to if you possibly can. This is ever so important indeed, my gorgeous Cancerini. And also, for example, when it comes to nutrition and when it comes to health, I'm keep on suggesting you to keep on taking natural vitamin D3, which is going to boost your immune system. Keep on taking natural zinc, which is going to boost your immune system with vitamin D3 perfectly together. Perfect balance indeed. But it's also good for skin, hair and nails. And the third thing I highly recommend you, it's organic chlorella. And organic chlorella is mind-blowing because it's rich in protein, omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential. And it's also fantastic when it comes to detoxifying all the metals. And I have got my own brand that I suggest you to buy, and at the moment it's on a half price sale. So as usual, I'm going to show you, this is vitamin D3. These are highly exceptional vitamins with highly exceptional ingredients, without any rubbish, without any chemicals, suitable for everybody, vegetarians and vegans. You know, these are like top notch, you know. Zinc picolinate. And here is organic chlorella, and the link to buy these supplements, my gorgeous Cancerini, is in the description below. Just click on the name of this video, scroll down, click on the name of this video, and then the description is going to expand and you can buy these vitamins, okay? Or you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you can see my page coming up that way as well. As I said, these vitamins are at the moment on a half price sale, and as if you are on any other medication, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to talk like this. I'm going to just change things slightly, a little bit. So I'm going to talk about the first part of July, mid part of July, and the last part of July. Okay, so now within the first part of July, my gorgeous Cancerini, you know, it's like this is brilliant, because within the first part of July, what you're gonna do, you're gonna come across this situation, you will see something, you are gonna be on your way to do something that you really love, something that you really enjoy, and you're gonna be on your way to do something like maybe in terms of relaxation, you know, something that you really like and enjoy. That's where you're gonna find yourself within the first part of July. You're gonna be on your way somewhere. Maybe you're gonna go to some kind of spa, maybe you're gonna go, I don't know, you're gonna be on your way to do something that you really enjoy. And then you are going to have a very unusual experience, like maybe you're going to go to plant the flowers or something, you know, it could be absolutely anything, do you know what I mean? And then on your way to do something that you really enjoy, you're really going to come across this situation completely unexpectedly, and something is really going to inspire you. And at that moment in time, you can have this beautiful feeling, this beautiful idea, my gorgeous Cancerini, and this beautiful idea, it's like all pretty much so going to lead lead towards, like, you know, not only like a newly formed idea, but it is going to be a really, really beautiful idea, which is going to help you to kind of come out of some kind of entrapment that you have actually find yourself at. And maybe this is going to sound ridiculous to you when you hear it to start with, but trust me, at this moment in time, something is going to be ting 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 within you, like literally. Okay, so, and that in itself, it's going to kind of almost like give you an idea how to deal with some kind of entrapment that you've actually found yourself in. It's more like this kind of motivating you to be like a leader, like, oh yeah, I want to do this so much. Almost you're going to shut up like a big mama, like, oh my God, come down from these ceilings, baby. Do you know what I mean? You're going to shut up. You're going to be stuck on the ceilings. No, I'm joking. Do you know, but like, you really are going to just come out of yourself in the best possible way. And this is going to motivate you to become a leader. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You know why? Because when you are feeling to become like some kind of leader, something really wonderful takes over and you become very, very powerful. You become very, very powerful. And this opens you up in so many different ways, because it's like really does something so special to your energy. And then you are like, you also become brave, you also become courageous, you also become creative. You know, it brings all these wonderful feelings and emotions that we find beneficial no matter like where we are in our lives or whatever we do. So this is always welcome. So this is going to really inspire you, like, to kind of like deal with some kind of entrapment. And this is so important for you to deal with this, because this entrapment has been giving you and bringing you lots of negative thoughts, especially over the last 8 months. You know, lots of negative thoughts, and it's to do with like almost as if you were kind of like, almost as if you're going to realize that you have been like in some kind of like a self-imposed restriction, my gorgeous Cancerini. But this is really, really good, because now this is gonna create such a powerful stage in your life where you are actually gonna gain a respect through this. You're gonna gain a remarkable respect, and that particular respect that you're going to gain, you're gonna find ridiculously useful within the last 7 days of July, because so much is gonna be going on within the last 7 days of July. And by that point, by that moment in time, a lot is gonna be resolved, and you will understand clearly why this respect is going to be so beneficial. And this is also bringing such a wonderful stability into your life, and also it's going to need some kind of structure, you know, for you to pay attention to. This is absolutely important, because, you know, also at the same time, my gorgeous Cancerini, you're also within the first part of July, there is this like incredible discovery that you are going to have within the first part of July. There is also an incredible discovery that you are going to have, and the discovery that you are going to have, it's more about, you're going to find like some kind of element, something that you feel so attached to, something that you feel so passionate about. So this discovery that you are going to have within the first part of July, which is not related to the first thing that I started this reading with, this discovery that you're also going to have. So at the beginning of the July, you're also going to have the discovery, but this is more about yourself, more about your passion. Okay, and this is important, because at the same time, that discovery, it's also going to be directly responsible for the beginning of some kind of project and a very, very creative stage of your life as well. And of course that you are going to like it, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. And did you really think that I forgot? Did you? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my gorgeous Cancerini. Did you think that I would really forget your birthday? Just make the most of it. It's not only about the birthday, oh my God, we're born this month or whatever. It's not only about that, my gorgeous Cancerini, but it's also about celebrating the fact that your energy is going to be so powerful and so elevated throughout this month as well. So when your energy is so powerful, just remember, as soon as you kind of set your mind on something, to do something, at that moment in time, you need to understand that you're also going to have so much more, or so many more possibilities, you know, in order to get where you want to get, and because you're so much more powerful indeed. Okay, and also, my gorgeous Cancerini, what else I was going to suggest you would be this absolutely remarkable blue tiger's eye, and you probably saw me talking about it. It's absolutely gorgeous, very, very special, very, very powerful, and rather difficult to get hold of it sometimes. You know, blue tiger's eye are quite difficult to get hold of it, and this in itself, tiger eye, it's absolutely fantastic. And I highly suggest you to get this, my gorgeous Cancerini, because a lot is going to be going on throughout the months of July and August, and the blue tiger's eye will on one hand really kind of helps you to keep on top of things. It's going to keep on re-energizing you. It's fantastic for career, it's fantastic for finances, it's fantastic to attract the good luck, but it's also absolutely fantastic to prevent an evil eye or any negative energy to come to you. And also on top of that, it's probably one of the most powerful things when it comes to our third psychic eye, when it comes to our pineal gland. This is brilliant because it does have got that wonderful energy and vibration which just really works really perfectly with our pineal gland. It does help to unlock it quite a lot, which means that, you know, spiritually, when you wear this, you know, you just kind of like feel so reconnected with yourself, but you also tend to be drawn towards things that you're maybe sometimes not drawn towards, but you should be paying attention to it. This is unlocking so much within, and it helps you to reconnect with things that you are passionate about. But sometimes we just kind of don't come out of our comfort zone on time in order to notice. But then again, at the same time, it depends what's going on in our lives indeed. Okay. If you would like to buy this gorgeous blue tiger's eye pendant, the link is going to be in the description below indeed. By clicking on the name of this video, you know, it's going to expand and then you will see it. What else I was going to talk about, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's actually going to be the mid-July. What is going to happen at around the mid-July? I mean, this is absolutely brilliant. You know, something very, very unusual. It's actually going to take place, but more about you understanding and realizing, like, first of all, there is going to be a very, very unusual very unusual dream that you are going to have. And this unusual dream could even be like premonition, this could even be like a lucid dream, this could even be like, you know, like some kind of a vision, you know. But there is something going to be so weird and so bizarre about this dream. Something is going to feel like you are not even sleeping, basically. Do you know what I mean? So, and then when it comes to that dream, when it comes to, maybe you're just going to be relaxing somewhere again, and then suddenly you're gonna have this very unusual experience, like completely out of this world. You know, something is gonna happen, and it's really at the same time going to remind you how much you understand intuitively. This is brilliant. But most importantly, at around that time, you're actually going to have this moment where you're going to realize where you lost your way a little bit, and most importantly, why did you lost your way, you know, and someone, you're going to be drawn to that stage, that part of your life where you've lost your way like a while back. Now suddenly, almost as if it's going to be like this highly psychic moment where you're going to be drawn back like to that particular time when something happened to you, and you're going to realize how much this actually affected you, something very personal, and other people were involved here as well when it comes to this situation, you know, in some way, and so you are going to realize why you've lost your way. And now that in itself, it's really important, because at the same time, it's not only about you realizing where you lost your way, but also realizing that, you know, you need to end something will need to come to an end, but you're not gonna know, and what you're gonna realize that needs to come to an end, it's like something that you are doing but you shouldn't be doing, and you are persistently doing something that makes you feel extremely unhappy. And you just have to be, on one hand, really honest with yourself, and you need to understand what is preventing you to move on, what is scaring you, what is making you to feel so dark and negative to the point where you're just maybe like standing in the place where you should be actually moving on. So this affected like quite a lot in your life, actually, this way you've lost your way. Just remember, this is how you're going to realize this. So now what is actually going to happen, this is going to lead towards you realizing that something that what is making you really negative, it's actually going need to come to an end, but you're not going to know how to do this whatsoever. And then you are going to have this very, very kind of moment at around the mid-July where you are really going to want to explore something. You will want to explore something that you came across like within the last couple of months, something really, really inspired you, but you forgot about it. You forgot about it. It doesn't matter. But now you're going to be reminded of this in such a way where you are going to have such a happy surprise. You are going to have such a gorgeous, happy surprise after that moment in time. And that happy surprise that you're actually going to have, it's going to come in a form of like a very, very kind of like a really nice and interesting and very, very creative opportunity as well. And that creative and happy surprise, that creative, happy opportunity that you are going to have, it's going to be brilliant, because at the same time, this in itself, it's like really kind of going to also at the same time reveal to you how to end something, or how to walk away from something that no longer serves you, that it only has been making you so uncomfortable and so unhappy for way too long indeed. Okay, by the time you get to the last part of July, my gorgeous Cancerini, another thing I was going to suggest you, look at this gorgeous, how beautiful this is, solar quartz, absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know how much you can see because of the lighting. I don't know how good lighting is, but look at this solar quartz. It's very, very powerful. And you know, because there is a lot like going to be happening like on spiritual terms for you throughout the month of July. Solar quartz is brilliant when it comes to us like getting in touch with ourselves spiritually, when it comes to us feeling ourselves, but also when it comes to like us, like for example, when we wear solar quartz, you know, we just tend to do things in the right way, and also we don't do the shortcuts that we shouldn't be doing. So this helps us like to kind of understand things from a slightly different angle, but at the same time it really kind of opens you up spiritually. You dream more, you understand more, you spiritually open up, you pay attention to synchronicities, you're more sensitive to synchronicities in a good way, you're more sensitive to signs in a good way, you notice more omens, anything spiritual that it should be like of an importance to you that you can easily miss, you know, you actually noticed with this. My gorgeous Cancerini, this is solar quartz, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Okay, this comes with a sterling silver chain as well indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this month, my gorgeous Cancerini, is just basically, you know, yes, you are gonna feel a little bit of lack of energy and lack of passion, because you are again going to be dealing with this problem, with this burden, and this problem and this burden that you're gonna be dealing with, so it's not about where you lost your way. I know this sounds like, oh my god, it all sounds like really kind of maybe a little bit complex, but listen, this is so important, because for the first time in an absolute ages, you will be able to deal with things with a full power, full on, that have been making you feel so unhappy. And I'm talking about things that you normally don't even talk about. You don't like to talk about them. You don't even like to think about them. It's sometimes even to do with the things that have been buried like really deep at the back of your subconscious mind, which is absolutely fine to do for a while. But then again, you can't move on in your life unless you deal with these, things that have been affecting you, that are actually affecting you, because these are very much so big in terms of the actual karma. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, when it comes to the last part of this July, it's all about a lack of energy and lack of passion that you've actually had, and lack of motivation. And when it comes to this burden, yet again, this type of burden is actually going to be highlighted, because you are going to be facing this option that is going to be so delicious for you, some kind of option that you are going to have. It's going to be amazing, but then you're going to realize, oh, I can't do this just yet, because and then you're going to be reminded of this burden. And now when it comes to that burden, what you need to understand is the way you're going to deal with this burden is to actually do complete opposite of what you would normally do. In order to deal with this burden, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to take on extra responsibilities, and you need to really understand that you're getting very close to a sacred completion in your life, and that means that things are going to seem maybe a little bit darker to what they are, but you need to understand to keep going, because you're close to something that you can't even see. So it's all about you understanding the way to deal with this burden. It's about juggling as many responsibilities as you can. It's actually going to turn out to be even better for you throughout July. The more responsibility you take on, the more successful you're going to be, no matter how pressurized you feel and no matter how dark things may seem to be at times, So this is just all about you understanding that you have to follow your heart. You have to follow the heart when it comes to that burden in particular. So it's about taking extra responsibilities, understanding that something is going to be hard work right ahead, but it doesn't matter. You're very close to your completion. What you need to understand is to keep on following your heart, and also as soon as you understand that you have to keep following your own heart, especially when it comes to creativity, when it comes to those things that make you creative, this is the path to follow. Those things that makes you feel good, those things that makes you feel excited, those things that make you feel passionate, my gorgeous Cancerini. So as soon as you realize this, you are gonna become aware of exactly what do you need to do, what do you need to try one more time. That particular burden that was created, that is just gonna bounce back, it's to do with something that you wanted to try or you had an attempt before. So you see what I mean? So you will know what this is, and then at the same time, this is all gonna lead towards you realizing that you need to try something one more time, and this time it's going to be different. This time it's gonna be brilliant. This time it's going to be absolutely life-changing in so many different ways. Now it's your time. Don't remember that this is all happening in July. This is the time when you're most powerful, not only when it comes to what things you decide to do, but also when it comes to you basically having a very, very successful results as well, as long as you stay on the right path. And how you're going to stay on the right path? Well, work on those things that are bringing you down and making you negative, and focus on those things that are making you feel so good, and always pay attention to the result at the end. Don't think how you're gonna get somewhere. Just like basically, you know, imagine where you wanna be, picture it, and just follow it. Very, very important indeed. And now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. I love this so much because your partner is going to inspire you, like, oh my God. I think that your partner is actually going to have a really, really good news. Your partner has been working on something, or your partner was doing something, and now your partner is about to have a really nice reward, and you are gonna feel so happy, you are gonna feel so pleased. But also at the same time, on one hand, your partner is going to motivate you so much, you know, it's gonna motivate you so much. And then on another hand, your partner is also gonna suggest something very, very interesting to you. Your partner is actually going to suggest something so interesting to you, but this is really going to surprise you, and it's really gonna blow you away. It's really kind of, oh my God, gonna throw you out of balance, because you will be like, where is that coming from? Because this is gonna be consisting of a really massive change, like really big change. And you were like, oh yeah, I was so fine, I was all nice and content and this and that, and now suddenly you're gonna find this ridiculous. But then you're not gonna be able to, what your partner is gonna tell you, but you're not gonna be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever. And just few days after that moment in time, my gorgeous Cancerini, you know, I know that you're gonna have a little break, you're gonna be having a bit of a meditation or something like that, and then there is going to be this moment of clarity that you're going to have, because this is all gonna lead towards either you're gonna make a really difficult decision in order to take that on, what your partner suggested, or you're just not gonna do it. So the only way to do this is to make a difficult decision, and this decision is not difficult at all, but at the moment now it seems like really, really difficult, because it's going to bring so many changes. So the bottom line is that it's all going to boil down, and it's all going to end up at the time where you are going to make kind of a really difficult decision, you know. And it's not a really difficult, but it's more about a weighing on options, you know, and thinking about them rationally. And then later you're gonna realize that this wasn't a difficult decision at all. Okay. When it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Cancerini, you know what? You have got a couple of different things going on here. First of all, you're gonna come across someone in July who you really like fancy, and it's like, oh God, it's gonna be like a really quick connection, really quick connection, and you are really going to find yourself feeling really pleased with yourself, who is fancying you. Now, don't get me wrong, but it's almost as if like it's going to be some kind of person of some kind of importance, so this person is going to be extremely gorgeous. I'm not saying you're not extremely gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but there is something so special that you're going to find about that person. But then there is also something very special that you're going to find out about that person when it comes to that person being like you're going to find out some kind of deception about this person, some kind of dishonesty, some kind of bad influence even. You will know that you have to be very cautious when it comes to that person. It's a lot to do with the dishonesty that you're going to find out, and this is going to be very short-lived, you know. So you're going to fancy someone really quickly, and then very quickly you're going to find out that that person is dishonest, and then this in itself, it's really going to kind of piss you off, because you're going to think that this was somebody really, really special. And a little bit after that moment in time, you're really gonna, this will have a really positive impact on you, because on one hand you are gonna, this is gonna open you up, and you're gonna realize, you know what, I've got unlimited possibilities. Why am I maybe going for the wrong person always? Why do I always find somebody who doesn't like really, who's not really good for me? Why do I find this person, this kind of person attractive? And then you're gonna realize, you know, how special you are. You're gonna be thinking how many possibilities you actually have, you know, and then you're gonna realize, oh my God, then the more you realize how many possibilities you have in order to find someone, the more you're gonna be prepared for that moment in time. But the more you're gonna realize how frequently restrained you were, and something that was too frequently restraining you for so long was actually making you and causing you to find yourself in the wrong place and not to find the right person. It's okay. It happens, but something really, really big is actually gonna come up here, because by the end of July, you're already gonna find yourself going somewhere different or doing somewhere different. There is somebody new who is about to walk into your life at the end of July, but you will know who this person, you will not know who this person is in July. And this is someone really wonderful, but you will go somewhere or you will visit a certain place where that other person is going to be, but only in July that person is actually going to make themselves known. Absolutely mind-blowing in so many different ways. When I say that that person is going to make themselves known, this is gonna be someone who you are gonna, oh my god, like you're really gonna just like this person so much, but at the same time there is something that is going to be different about this person who you would normally go for, but you know that this attraction, it's going to be absolutely impossible not to go for my gorgeous Cancerini. So there is someone walking into your life, but it's going to be in July. But what's going to happen in July, it's going to happen in August, but what is going to happen in July, it's going to be absolutely fundamental when it comes to your understanding where exactly this interesting, very, very interesting person it's actually going to come from. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.